Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Klima binti Abbas and I want to present about culture, coral and sea anemone. So I will talk about two subtopics which is culture species of coral and culture technique of coral. Acropora. Acropora is a genus of a small polyp stony coral. Its species may grow as flat, slender or broad branches, and usually we can find this species in brown or green color. Example of this species are Acropora acylus, Acropora aspera, Acropora abrotonoides. Next is Fossilophora. It is also a genus of stony coral. It's commonly called cauliflower coral or brush coral. It can be identified by word-like growth and it is a dome shape or branches. The example of this species is Polysophora acuta, Polysophora elegans, Fossilophora brevicornis. Next is Echinophora. It's also a genus of stony coral. It is a boulder-shaped branches or a foam plate. It usually found in brown, yellow, blue, and purple color. The example of these species are Echinophora ashmorensis, Echinophora fruticulosa, Echinophora gemacea. Next is Pachyceres. Pachy means thick, while ceres means lattice-like. It is widely distributed at Indo-Pacific and we can find it in brown, orange, blue, and green color. Example of these species are Pachyceres rugosae, Pachyceres speciosa, Pachyceres foliosa. The last genus is Favona. Favona have a different form, including those that are massive, meandering, columnar, leaf-like, and plate-like. It is very formed according to the current, wave action, lighting condition, and depth of its location. The special thing about this genus is it can absorb nutrients from uptaking dissolved organic from the water and even use carbon dioxide to turn in organic carbon as a source of their food. So the example of the species are Favona bipartite, Favona clavus, Favona defluens. So now we are going to see how the coral grow. The free-swimming larvae attach themselves to the submerged rock or any substrate, and the coral polyp will secrete skeleton from the underside of their skin. There is two different of growth performance between massive coral and branchy staghorn coral. For the massive coral, it grows slow if we want to compare with branchy and staghorn coral. It grows about 0.2 to 1 inch per year to their length, and branchy and staghorn coral can grow much faster, whereas it can grow 8 inches to their branches each year. The suitable temperature for water temperature for coral to grow is warm water, which is the range around 21 to 29 degrees Celsius, and it requires clear and shallow water and a lot of sunlight to filter through to their symbiotic algae. The reef-building coral grow poorly below 60 to 90 feet, and coral need the salt water to survive. So this one is a coral culture in La Union, Philippines. These steps are used by Laura Riavitz, which is one of marine biologists. The technique he used is first he find a suitable site and she looked for the substrate and coral fragment to use. Then she take the substrate, apply the superglue, attach the coral fragment, then add in a few drops of patented organic catalyst of ocean quest global to harden the superglue. Then the coral are ready to take back to the ocean. Next is coral gardening in Maldives. Maldives. They tried the 3 different techniques to grow the coral and observe which one is the better one. So the first technique they attach the tiny coral fragment to the metal frame. Then the metal frame usually placed in the shallow sandy lagoon area. But the disadvantage of this this technique are the 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 frames are starting to rust and it's promote the alga growth. So they change the technique into attach directly to the reef substrate in for reef community using cement nail and cable tie. But this technique make the corals come to the predation by Drupella gastropod. So the last technique is growing coral on the elevated table and suspended in the water column on rocks. This is the most suitable technique that they found and they use this technique. Next is all nature, not invasive by Ocean Quest. There is the technique they use same technique where they collect, attach and replant. First step they use are they collect the broken fragment of the live coral and the small live rock from the location and bring both to the shore in the basket. Then they attach it about 2 cm high fragment to the live rock. The catalyst is then used to help bond the coral quickly to the rock after 2 weeks. The catalyst dissolves the bonding agent, leaving the coral attached by itself to the rock. So it is called all natural. It's because there is no glue or toxin left behind. Next is coral farming. Coral farming, in this, they use microfragmenting to take microscopic fragment from reef. With this microscopic fragment, they then use their lab to grow a variety of reef nearly 50 times faster than they would grow in an ocean-based nursery. The advantage of this technique are the farmer are able to grow and nurture a much wider range of the reef. Next is there is a research that has been made about the presence of coral farming. In Japan, on the island of Ishigaki, in the Ryukyu Island of the Japan, there is a small commercial coral farm with a cooperation of the local and federal government. The farm was able to obtain permit to collect and culture local soft coral, but will obtain permit to culture local stony coral shortly. Currently, this operation consists of a small coral culture and holding facility located within Ishigaki City, plus in the plant, plus and in plant in situ location for coral transplant and grow out. Each lost pieces collected is sliced into tiny pieces that are subsequently attached to the small table. In other hand, the Solomon Island and Fiji technique are similar. This has been carried the furthest, and there are now several small facilities where locals are producing several thousand fragments per month for export to the North American market. Small colony of branchy coral, mainly Acaphora, Seriatophora, Stylophora, and Montifora are selected from the reef and fragmented. These fragmented will tie to small plug of the concrete with fishing line, and then plug are placed on right section of the river cage and placed in a sandy area close to shore at deep edge. 2 to 6 meters. After approximately 6 months, the flock are harvested and shipped to the North America via Fiji. So that's all from me. You can watch a video about a coral farming by scan the first QR code. And if you want to learn more information about coral and sea anemone, you can scan the second QR code. Thank you.